Another example of a false belief in psychiatry, which I was taught in my residency, which psychiatrists didn't question, it's generally, quotes, known in the field, is that the new medications are very powerful and effective. And for example, the antipsychotic medications are very effective for psychosis, for schizophrenia, and really the number one thing that you have to do as a psychiatrist is prescribe medications. And probably a person with a serious mental disorder is going to have to take those for years or even for life. So it's an unquestioned idea that these medications are really effective, way, way more effective than placebo. So let's take a look at the actual scientific facts. So one of the new medications is called Seroquel. It's an antipsychotic. It's sold billions of dollars per year. In the main study that got it approved by the FDA and on the market in the United States, there's 361 people with schizophrenia brought into the study, and they score above 27 on a scale called the BPRS, Brief Psychiatric Rating Scale, which means they're strongly psychotic, like clearly highly mentally disturbed. In this study, you're defined as a responder if your score drops by 40% or more, which is not a very tough definition of responder. So the average person coming into the study scored 47 on the BPRS at the beginning. The cutoff to get in was 27. The average drop in score was only about 18% drop in score, down to in the upper 30s. So actually all these drugs do is kind of shave a little off the top of the symptoms. If you look at the responder analysis, that is the percentage of people who drop below more than 40% drop in score, the number of people who responded to Seroquel was 29.2%. So 70% of people did not respond. These are the basic scientific facts. And this is especially important because to get into one of these drug studies that are FDA approved, you can't have depression, you can't have substance abuse, you can't have medical problems. You have to be cooperative. You have to come for an appointment every week for 8 or 12 weeks. So this gets rid of everybody who has depression, who has substance abuse, who's homeless, who's in jail, who's angry at psychiatry, or who's too disturbed and too uncooperative to show up, leaving only difficult to find but pure, clean, relatively simple cases of schizophrenia. Even with those people, only 29% respond, 70% do not. If we take that fact and we go to the real world everyday practice that psychiatrists do, where people never have just schizophrenia, they always have other problems, addictions, mental health problems, social problems, housing problems, they're getting beaten up, they're not eating properly, there's no way that the response rate would even be 29%. So the gap between the drug and the placebo is actually quite small. These drugs actually are not, in reality, powerful and effective. And they have horrible side effects.